Hi, I'm Don Drake, and this is the Sketchy GM, where I work to dispel the fog of words in TTRPG prep. I use visual planning techniques that allow the shape of my notes to deliver multi-layered reminders of my game plan. So join me as I work to improve my DMing while having more fun creating and using notes that prompt my memory at a glance. All right, so I'm trying to plan an encounter for this little travel here that I have. I rolled twice on the wilderness, forest, mountain encounter table and came up with bugbears and direwolves. So what I've decided to do is the bugbears are trying to capture some direwolf puppies to tame them. And maybe use them as mounts or fighting beasts, and that's basically what I have. So, I did decide on some amounts here. Let me get a D4 and roll for the number of bugbears. 2. Okay, so I have 1D4 plus 2, so that's 1 chief. Let's put him right here. And we have 4 bugbears. B1, B2, B3, and B4. Because these guys are being bossed around by the chief, and this is the zone of conflict here. So they're in front of him. That's the way I'm drawing this. We got commands coming this way. We'll shore this up in a second. Here, we'll start making this a little bigger, deeper, so you can probably see 1 chief. And B1, we're not going to make those darker because I got to name these guys. Okay, and this is the direction of command. One of these guys, let's say this one, is the brother. So we'll say, we can write it in here maybe, brothers. Okay, that gives us some conflict here because these two, this is the little brother, and these guys, brother, sidekick. So these two are palled up. Now we got all kinds of conflict going here because this guy's gonna, by implication, kick back here. This is fine. Okay, now we got a cub. This is the object of conflict. This is the direwolf cub. He's in the middle. And we have 1d4 plus 2 direwolves. I don't think that's good. I'm going to do 1d6. Well, the bugbears won't be able to handle it. Let's see what happens. 1d6 plus 1. That's only 3 direwolves. Does that feel okay? I want this there's 2 things I'm trying to get out of this conflict. I want these guys to be evenly matched so they can't, one side can't just dominate. And I want the combination of them to be too much for my party. My party is 2 7th layer level players. So the lazy DM says that's going to be 7 CR7. Total is deadly. If we balance these, let's see, these are CR1 and a dire wolf is a CR1. So we actually need, if we leave the chief out, he's not going to endanger himself. We'll make that a thing. Then we can have 3 dire wolves. D1, D2, D3, and D4. This is the mother boy cub. Okay. And I'm going to place these roughly where I think they would be. These 2 are more, this one's more aggressive. And these are support. Okay, what is going on here? Actually, I should have left more room in here because this is where a lot of the action is going to be. I think this basic conflict between these guys wanting to get this cub and return it, capture, is at stasis because of the even balance, the fact that when the bugbears came up on the cub, there were dire wolves there to protect it. They now are not sure what they want to do. The chief says, get it. This is a blast. Get it. That's the command. These are, what will this one do? This one will die on this hill. Will die on this hill. This one is extra tough. These guys are standard. Do we really need anything more than this? To run the conflict, we don't. To role play this, and I'm gonna just say we got space over here, so the party is gonna arrive here. That puts them behind the dire wolves. They could help this bunch of bugbears if they want. Party arrives. Okay. Now in the DMG 2024, they give some information about how far away you are before you perceive an encounter in different environments. And I put that in my map here. So mountainous area, encounter, discovery, 40, 10 times 10. Okay, so let's get some D10s here and see what we get. That's 15, and that's 69. 69, 15, for 84 times 10, 840 feet. Okay, 840 feet. So that gives the players plenty of time to decide how they want to maneuver themselves into this encounter. They can move. The hell, this is almost 900 feet, so I don't worry about that. It doesn't matter how long it takes them. It just gives me a number to work with. Now, the thing I actually wanted to arrive at here, this isn't deadly enough because I forget, I just gave the players 2 magic wands. One I designed to give a water elemental, and the other one gives 5 times mephits, or the equivalent in hit points. That's a problem. Okay, my mephits. I don't remember all these things. Mephits. CR half, quarter. These are pretty small, so I actually want those to be bigger in my game. So I think I designed, we're going to make these mephits hit CR possibly 1. I'd give CR 5 they're carrying around. And what's the elemental? Elemental. Oops, I jumped right to drow. Oh, where is the elemental? It's not an E. Water elemental, 125. It is an E. 128. 27. Water elemental is CR5. Okay, so we're going to make these CR1, and we'll make this times 5, and this is CR5. So that's an extra CR10 they're hauling around. So we need to make these parties a lot tougher because we're only that. I don't know how to convert this to player levels. Well, yeah, we do. We'll say this adds 2.5 and this adds 2.5, and that gives us 5 more. So and that adds 2.5 to this. So this is 9.5. So this needs to be about 10 or so. And we can get that by adding another bugbear and another dire wolf. Dire 5. And that was all done kind of ad hoc based on the lazy DM's theory of balancing combat. Okay, so this dire wolves against bugbears is pretty standard stuff. Players enter, pick a side, don't pick a side, do whatever you want to do. What I wanted was for the players to see the complication that these guys are unsure what to do, and give them a way to tip this battle rather than just a lever they can use. We have brothers. Can I do this in here? Maybe that's all I need. That they're stuck here. What's the basic belief this guy has? We can note that on here. The chief says, get it. Little brother's going to oppose him. He says, forget it. Find easier situation. He's a lazy little brother. What he said. Okay, so this gives us, if we're sitting at the table, these are going to be a little hard to read, but there's not a lot of words here, so I can probably do it. These guys have pack tactics. We're going to say isolate, kill. They're going to use their movement to cut off one enemy and kill it before they move on. This guy's going to be rear guard. No, this is, yeah, rear guard. These guys are gonna, this is the attack group. Okay, so this starts to organize a little bit for me, gives me room. Stand, defend. Shoe. What's it called? A snare. Snare. Okay. This guy's trying to escape. So these guys are in debate. Debate club. Not a good look for bugbears. But this this chief is also, this is a new gang. Okay, so this starts to give me some dynamics on the battlefield, something to know about how these groups are going to behave when the players come, regardless of what the players decide to do. These guys are going to be standing, loudly debating whether to capture this dire wolf, disregard the fact that it's being defended, or, as the little brother says, do something easier. The debate isn't about who's right. It's about who wins the argument. And the chief can't afford to win this argument, even though the little brother probably has a good case to make. This is going to be, what are we going to do for this? This can be our timer here. The dire wolf is going to chew on these for, I don't know how many rounds. 2's too little. Hell, this is something I never really have a great feel for. How long will things go on? 2 rounds? These players aren't even going to close 840 feet in 2 rounds. I can make it 2 rounds after the players make contact. I can add a complicating factor that the dire wolf has to hit a DC to make progress during those 2 rounds. A dire wolf's strength, let's see, I'll go back to the dire wolf, draft horse, dire wolf, strength +3. So we can give him an even chance. When he hits the 3rd, he'll be free. After PC contact, this is snare. DC 13 strength. That gives a little timer to tick off on. On the 3rd time, the dire wolf can snap it. That's the 3rd round after player contact. So the only kind of iffy thing is I have to decide what a round is during a conversation. If they decide to negotiate with the bugbears and try and get involved in their argument, I'll just wing it. It's 6 seconds per round, or 6 seconds per turn. Okay, so I like that. And well, what did we do here? This was 24 minutes. It's kind of a long time for one encounter, but I feel more confident about this, about understanding the dynamics of what's going to go on, and it gives the players a tremendous amount of freedom, forces the events if nobody can make up their mind. Yeah, I'm good with it. Well, the last thing I want to do here is, this is Let me erase this so I have some room to work here. These CRs don't matter to me. Oh, I can put that information on here actually. This was, how much was that Bugbear Chief? Oh, it's CR4. And so this is CR9. And this side CR9. Is it? I'm not sure that it is. I think I might have calculated these out wrong. CR, these are ones. So we'll make this guy, we'll beef him up. He'll be a CR2. So that makes 4 and 2 is 6, CR6. We're gonna beef this one up too. I'm just gonna know, I mean, this guy's gonna die on the hill. So we're gonna just roughly say this is gonna be CR7 on that side. And this is campaign ACGC. And if I knew what session it was, I would write the session. Travel to Candlekeep. Keep phase. Oops. Phase 1. Okay, that way I can at a glance get an idea what the hell this chart is. Yeah, I think I can run from a sheet like this. Okay, so this is the final form of the map for the Bugbear Direwolf encounter that I'm going to run. On the top are the bugbears, on the bottom is the direwolves, and out here are the players. This is the main point of conflict, kind of the inciting event is the snaring of the direwolf cub, and that's the goal of these guys, or at least the goal of the chief, who has a new gang. His brother is bucking him. His brother has an ally. So it's two kind of loyal floaters here. So these guys are arguing. They can't decide what to do. These guys are on the attack. Opportunistically, these three will grab anybody they can, isolate them, and kill them. This extra tough one will cover their backs. If anybody tries to prevent them, he will take care of them. Their goal, should they decide to pursue it, is to capture and carry away this dire wolf. The dire wolf is, meanwhile, trying to free itself by chewing out of the snare. I have a little bit of a mechanic here, and that's my ticking clock. Please exercise click hygiene during all your online excursions, because your attention, in combination with the algorithms, helps create the world we share. If you think this vidcast is a worthwhile addition to that world, please like and subscribe.